Hi, this is Canada the World, and I'm Ryan Gassian. In this video, I'm going to be talking about whether or not Trump is going to be impeached. So there's been a lot of talk recently about Trump being impeached. Is there any reason to be hopeful about this? I, for one, would love to see Trump go. But again, the question we have to ask ourselves, what's the likelihood of Republicans turning against Trump? Understand, right now, the Republicans have a majority in the Senate. That means he's going to stay in office, even if the Democrats were to get enough votes in the Congress to have him impeached. He would still be able to serve his term, so long as enough Republicans in the Senate back him. Now, what could push the Republicans in the Senate to turn on Trump? I think the only thing at this point would be the donors. Right now, Trump has an 80% approval rating among Republicans, and that isn't going to change if nothing else has changed it. And people say, oh, well, if the Mueller investigation proves something, that could. I don't think so. I think partisan politics has reached the point where the base is not going to be swayed by anything that Mueller presents. He has been completely discredited amongst the Republican base. So it comes to the Republican donors, I think, who are going to decide whether or not Trump is impeached. Now, right now they've gained a lot from Trump. He's gotten them $1 trillion tax cut. He's gotten them 2 justices on the Supreme Court. On the other hand, they don't really like Trump. They would rather have someone like Pence, who is much more dependable and much more controllable. But at the same time, they don't want to turn on the base. They don't want to get the base angry and riled up. They want to be able to win the next election, whether it's with a Trump or a Pence ticket. However, as we saw last week, Trump spooked the markets, and we saw a dip of 6%. If we see something like this continuing regularly for the next 2 years, I do think that donors could lose their patience with Trump and order the Republicans to turn on him in the Senate. I still think the likelihood is low. Not zero. I think that there is probably a 30% likelihood that Trump could get impeached in the next 2 years. But I think it's more likely that Trump will run out his term, lose the next election to whoever the Democrats nominate, and then go to jail afterwards after he's been tried for whatever crimes Mueller uncovers. But again, we can't say that for certainty. Trump is too unpredictable. He's too incompetent. He's constantly putting his foot in his mouth. We just saw that recently with this government shutdown. He got everything he wanted or hoped he could get, but that wasn't good enough for Trump. He needed to please his base, so he shut down the government for no reason. In the long term, I think that this will turn off moderates and Democrats. So the chances of him repeating 2016, where he got a sliver of Democratic votes that made the difference, that allowed him to win in a few key states, is not going to be repeated. He's not going to win 2020. He's only going to be a one-term president. The question is, will he finish out his term? And I still think he will. But again, we'll have to wait and see. So if you like this video, please subscribe. And please hit the like button below. Oh, and don't forget to hit the little bell, which will notify you whenever I have a new video uploaded. And thank you for watching.